to be here.
Man, that was quick, huh?
With your teammate.
Hello, how you guys doing? Nice seeing you guys again.
How are you?
Yeah. How's it feel to be here? It feels good. Good to be back in the locker room. Good to see familiar faces within the facility. I'm doing what I love. I'm out there playing football. I'm happy.
Why did you decide to report on day one and not skip at least summer camp?
I had an epiphany.
What's that?
No, the reality of it is, I mean, one, I kind of just followed my heart. Obviously, I heard what everyone was saying in the news or social media, but I kind of just followed my heart. And then, you got to look at it as a business point. From a business view, I felt like what's the best thing that I can do. And some people may agree or disagree with this, and to sit out or sit in. And I feel like for this year specifically, the best thing that I can do for myself would be coming back, going out there, play the game that I love, playing for my teammates, doing something I wanted to do since I was a little kid. And I know what's going on with the running back situation and me being tagged and the value of the running back continue going down. Only way that I feel like someone that's going to change, someone got to make a change. And God willing, hopefully I could be one of those people to do it.
And Saquon, when you say this year specifically, is that because you realize that you may, if that you're in this position again next year, that you have more leverage on the backside of a second year, tagging?
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I say this year specifically because I can't see the future. I wish I could. Only thing I can focus on is now. And if, a certain situation come up like this again next year, which obviously everyone's aware that can happen, I'll deal with it when that happens. But right now I can't focus on if this happened, if that. Only thing I can focus on is who I am today, how I come in the building, and how I work and how I prepare for the season. And like I said, I feel like that with everything that's going on in the running back market and everything that's going on with me being tagged, the only thing that is going to change that is by one of us going out there and making a change. And
Saquon, so the way the 9.5 or 10 months of negotiations went, how would you describe it? Are you frustrated, angry, ticked off? Are you over it? Because ultimately it did not get you what you wanted, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I could sit here and lie to you and be like, I wasn't disappointed or I wasn't this and that and the third. I mean, that would just be a flat out lie. But I am mature enough to understand that's a business. Understand that deals don't get done every year. And specific to my position, we didn't get a deal done. Me and my team felt like we were in good faith trying to get a deal done. The Giants felt like they were in a good faith trying to get a deal done. And that's life. Sometimes come to agreement. And I had to come to a decision. And like I said, I had an epiphany. I had a mindset of what I was going to do. But I changed my mind, and as wise words of a lot of vets and who reached out to me and who said some stuff on the news and media. When you show up, you can't have that in your heart. It's not a good thing having your heart. So I put all that aside, and I focus on my teammates, everyone in that building, and the fans, and go out here and have a hell of a year.
Saquon, you've often spoken about your legacy and how you want to be remembered in the game. I mean, you're still young, obviously, but how much did that factor into it? Not just your own performance, but also being there for your teammate, helping your teammates win a championship.
100%, that factored into it. That's who I am to the core. That's who I am as a competitor. But at the same time, legacy goes in with just a position too. And I know how great this position been. I know how helpful this position are to teams throughout the league. And when you talk about legacy, it's on guys like myself. It's on guys like Christian. It's on guys like JT and Najee for us to go out there and change the narrative. Everyone want to bring up data. Everyone want to bring up analytics. You could bring up each way, for both sides. But if all of us go out there, God willing, stay healthy and do what we got to do, I think that's going to put everything to rest.
Is it hard to carry that burden, though? I mean, like you talked about the Zoom call and not just doing what's best for yourself, but doing what's best for an entire position group and being the first person to kind of go through that this year?
It's not hard to carry that burden because I really don't view it like that. Like in my mindset, it's like, okay, I understand the legacy and you got to look out for everyone. For me, it's just going out there and doing what you do and doing what you love and do at a high level. And for everyone that's known me since I've been here as a rookie, take care of the little things and everything else going to take care of itself. I've been saying that since I was a 21-year rookie. I've been saying that since I was 19-year-old at Penn State when I first able to talk to media. That's something that I believe in. That's something that I believe to the core, and I'm always going to live by that. And that's how I'm going to keep rocking.
Why did you not take the last deal? We heard it was reached the $22 million of the franchise tag, two combined, but it's still that wasn't enough to make it happen. Why in your mind did it not happen?
In my mind, I think it didn't happen because, one, just being flat out honest, the tag, that's a leverage that they have. I think if I wasn't able to get tagged, I do think the negotiation process would have went a lot different. I think I would have a lot more leverage in my way. But like I said publicly, and one thing that I've learned from this offseason, there's a lot of sources and a lot of he say, she say. I said I wasn't trying to reset the running back market. I said I want something that is respectable. I don't want to use the word fair because as I'm sitting here in New York and 20, 30 cameras on me, I'm also talking to fans, and there's a lot of people that are, where I come from, don't have a lot of money, and we're talking about $10 to $11 million. That's a lot of money. So I don't want to say something that's fair. I want to say something that's respectable. And if I felt like it was something respectable, I would have took it. And I looked at my mom, my dad, looked at my team, looked at my family, and I didn't agree with it, so I didn't take it. If I felt like it was, I would have.
It wasn't a deal that reached $22 million guaranteed?
I won't say that, and I won't get too much into the actual details of the negotiation. I don't think that's fair to myself, my team. I don't think that's fair to Mr. Mayor, to Joe, and all those guys upstairs who worked really hard on this too, to try to get something done. But like I said, wasn't trying to reset the market. Wanted something that's respectable. But hey, that wasn't able to get done. The next move was to figure out what you want to do. I had epiphany. I'm here now. I'm happy. Glad to be back in the locker room. My teammates, getting a lot of love from them. It's telling me that they miss me. OTAs wasn't the same without me. And I feel like we have a hell of a team, and I'm excited for this year.
Do you regret not taking one of the Giants' initial offers during the season, pre-tag? Why not?
No, didn't make sense.
Is it challenging? Is it challenging from a human side? You were one of the players who was a reason why this team succeeded last season. A lot of the guys who were a part of that got big contracts. You're on this one-year deal. Is it tough to get over that from a human side, looking at that compared to how other people's business proceeded this offseason? No,
because at the end of the day, anybody who knows me, I'm all about my teammates and my brothers getting paid. I'm all about success coming to them. Even though my situation didn't go the way that I would like it to go. Andrew Thomas signed a big deal. Daniel signed a big deal. Dex signed a big deal. That's deserving. Those guys deserve it. I'm so happy for them. And you see out throughout the league, there's people that get paid every single year, and I'm happy for those guys too. But what I will say for the running back position, not speaking necessarily on my teammates that got signed, there's a lot of running backs out here that are pivotal, a key point to having teams have success in this league and helping teams have success in this league. And the way that we are getting devalued, I don't think it's not fair at all. But life's not fair, and hopefully, God willing, I stay healthy so I can show them better than I can tell them.
You talk so much about respect in this process. You talk so much about respect. In the end, did you get respect from the Giants, at least in the way that this was done?
Yeah, I would say at the end, I got respect from the Giants because I was able to look Joe in his eye, look Dave in his eye, and obviously we didn't come to agreement, but we were able to put everything aside. And that's this part of the business. It's a business, and it sucks when you come to realization of that as a kid who you played majority of this game for free growing up your whole life, and it's something that you want to do since you're a little kid. But like I said in the podcast, obviously people only took the one part of what I said in the podcast, but if you listen to the podcast, it's like it's something I wanted to do as a little kid my whole life, and then the business side of it forces you to put you in a position where you like, damn, I don't even know if I want to take it to that level, but I might have to take it to that level. And I got to a point where I was ready to take it to that level. But then sitting down with my family, actually breaking it down, looking at the whole situation, I felt like this would be the best thing for not only for me, for my teammates, for the fans in New York, and for the running backs.
Do you think you have the ability to recoup it on the
Let's
free
come to
agent
that.
market?
Epiphany.
Saquon? If you end up going year to year or what have you, talking about you show up better than whatever, do you think that what you didn't get this year, you potentially have the ability to recoup, in the future or on the free agent market, what you're not getting this year?
I can't see in the future, so I can't give you an honest answer. I know I should be able to. I know the type of player that I am. I know the type of player I will show I am this year, God willing, once again. There's a lot of things that's out of your control. So you can take it day by day, and that's how I'm going to take it.
Saquon,
You talk about
Saquon, when I
epiphany.
talked to Michael Strahan about your situation a week or so ago, he knows about holdouts. He said, I hope this doesn't kill Saquon's spirit. Has any of this dented you at that level? Has it changed you in any way?
No, I wouldn't say that at all. I think that's a big reason why I'm here. And I want to, there's a lot of names I can go out and throw out who reached out to me and gave me a lot of great advice. But coming here, don't break your spirit is basically what they were trying to say. Don't let this break your spirit. Still be the same guy you are. Still be the competitor you are. It sucks. It's the business side of it. It just makes you more aware of it. I always was aware of it. Like I said, I told a story, my first day in rookie minicamp, I was sitting next to one of my teammates, and I just had my daughter Jada, and he just had, I believe it was a son, and we were just literally talking about that, and then the next day he was gone. And it's like, oh, it's a business. It's a crazy business. But for me, I wouldn't say that at all. I know what it is. I understand it. But I'm never, ever, ever going to let anybody or anything break me down and tear me apart and change me who I am. I know who I am as a person. I know how my parents raised me. And at the same time, there's a lot of kids that are looking at me and looking at the situation, my own kids, and I want to be an example to them of, take it day by day and do the right things, and good stuff will come your way.
Saquon, you said there was a point where you changed your mind in the process. Were you seriously considering sitting out camp and maybe even part of the regular season?
Yeah, I was. That's a play that I have. But I'll be completely honest. If I sat out this year and say if the New York Football Giants and I sat out and we didn't have a good record, you think that's going to make another team in free agency, or the Giants want to have me come back the next year after I sat out a whole year and be like, oh, we want to give you $15 million a year now? Like, I don't think that's how it's going to work. And after having conversations and really breaking it down, when you sit there and you break it down like that, you're like, only way that I'm gonna make a change or do something that's gonna benefit for myself and my family is doing what I do best, and that's showing up, playing the game I love, and doing it at a high level.